Welcome back to another track walk video here in MX Simulator on the Kellen Brower SYS YouTube channel. Today we're going to play the 2024 Gunnison Enduro by Jack369 on the forums. And this track is of the Gunnison National track, I believe, that was put out by Atlas Zor. So if you want to check out that track, I'll try to include a link in the description as well. But this is the Enduro version. I have not even ridden this track once, so I'm just going in completely blind right now. And basically this is Jack Gatlin's version of adding an enduro section or enduro sections to this track. He said lap time should range in the 10 to 15 minute area. So we're gonna roll with that and see if that's how it actually is or not. It's been a minute since I've done an enduro on this game, but I've always loved enduro tracks because they're just like a little bit more techy, a little bit more fun and slow paced, and not you have to be on rails everywhere kind of thing. So I'm gonna try my best, see what we can do. Seems like so far a lot of swooping in and out of these trees turns, really big ruts or really big berms, I guess as you would call these so far. A little log in the track right there, another log right here. Pretty easy to get over though, and I could have just honestly gone around them, but I'm trying to stay true to the challenge. Nice little tree turn right here. I'm assuming if you hit some of these objects too, like if you hit the tree with your head, you'll have a crash, but I don't know. I haven't gone through them yet. They might be invisible trees. There's another log. Easily over that. Should have been standing, but we sat down and made it anyway. Little Gunnison sign up here. So he said the track incorporates a lot of like real life and human-made elements and stuff like that. Even one of the screenshots he included looks like it had like a bridge of some kind. So I'm assuming we're going to cross that bridge at some point as we go briefly on and off the moto track again, just real quick. Going way too shallow into some of these ruts. Not able to carry enough speed. Whoop. And right there went too deep on the layover. Alright, now we can shift up to second, a little bit more flow in corner right here. Then cut back across. Inside high rut corner right there on an off camber. And then up here. Back down. Through this inside rut and then down. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of inside and outside options so far as well. Kind of typical for what you see out of an MX Simulator Enduro. Like, there's only so big you can build the maps, so the way that you make tracks longer is just by adding more, back and forth elements to it. That's kind of cool. Over that table, down it, and then into a little nice turn right there. We'll tuck to the inside and look this rut. Just gonna stay high and tidy in the corner right there. Hopefully I don't get cuts for going off the track right there. See, like, right here, it shows grass, so I feel like I'm cutting the track, but also the tough block there on the inside was well inside of where I was, so I don't know. Maybe just a little bit more textures in that corner where the grass was maybe would be slightly better. Either way, pretty good flow through these sections so far. I do like how big he's made all the berms because it doesn't feel like you really have to teeter on the edge of traction. Some enduro tracks very much so do that. They'll just make very, very small ruts kind of everywhere. So you feel like you have to, just be on the edge of traction, be like very close to tipping over everywhere, and probably ride a little bit safer because of that. And then the first time I exploded on the throttle right there, I immediately went a little bit too long. A little gap out of the track once more. I'm assuming you're maybe supposed to check up and not gap out right there, but did it anyway. Alright, so where do we go from here? Looks like here. It's following the banners. Not doing too shabby for my first time playing this. Okay, this is a big double down the hill, and I'm assuming we're now just back on the national track. No signs pointing any other direction just yet. Yeah, here we go. Now we're gonna go back off the track again, and then back on. So a little triple, and then straight on off the track again here. Really using these moto elements. All right, here's the bridge. I don't know if we're actually going across the bridge or not. A little log section around a log cabin. And we are not going over the bridge. We're going down into the water here. So down into the water, turn up this way. I think I'm following the track. I don't know. The banners have suggested me to go this way. Oh, and then we have a crossing jump. So we don't use the bridge, but we jump across the gap right there. That was kind of cool, actually. Okay, so I guess we're just back on the track again. All right. Little confusing when you go on and off the national track. There's not a lot of stuff that points you the right way, but I assume if there's no banners nearby that we're just supposed to be back on the national track again. This table, yeah, and it looks like I chose right because now we're coming into a corner. Up to here, tidy through that. Just kind of hover on the edge of the track. Takes us back to the middle, but that's okay. And a little log right there, nicely done. Jump to the left of those, and on the gas again. So it definitely feels like the theme is very much like one big rut in every corner. He does have a few corners with some options, and then really utilizing going back and forth across the moto track to make the most of the space available. Yeah, like once again, just back across the moto track here and to this inside. Stand it up and go back this way. We go up this. And we are at the top, so we'll go this way. Yeah. Now, I'm just trying to focus on which direction we're going. Oh, that's kind of cool. Through the rocks right here. Really tight. Through some shrubbery as well. Nicely done in the end. Turn back up the hill. Gotta be cautious. And charge. Oh, bounce one direction. And back onto the moto track again. All right. So very much in and out of the moto track, but I like it. I like the flow of it so far. We're 6.5 minutes in. He said between 10 to 15 minutes for one lap. And I'm not like cooking, but I am moving pretty good. So I'm assuming we'll be closer to like the maybe 12-minute range. And it looks like we're about to go back through the lake right here. Whole bike submerged right there. That's not going to feel good. Taking on water on the Suzuki. Gonna have to start kicking that thing. All right, weaving through here. And bouncing to the outside right there, up to the hill. And back down to here. Oh, I really thought it was turning right there, but we're jumping across that rut. This one. Should have looked further ahead. This was like, all right, we're back on the moto track, and we're not. All right, so this is kind of cool. Around this little rock at the top of the hill, and then drops down around this tree. I like really, really hilly sections on racetracks, and it kind of sucks because I'm a third-person player in this game. I've tried to learn first, and it kind of just makes me dizzy. But like, you just can't see going up hills in third person, but coming down hills in third person are really cool. Just because it just feels like you're falling to nothing, and then suddenly, bam, there's a nice corner at the bottom of the hill or something like that. Ooh, little log jump right there. Wonder if you hit that clean, if you can table all the way across. Logs in this game, they're shape files, and shape files don't work great. Kind of just made up a bunch of orbs, but I think that particular log maybe was made by DJ way back in like 2010, and it's a really good log. Like, he must have included a ton of shape files on it so that it didn't get too binded up of any kind. Oh, this is kind of cool, little weave back and forth section onto the moto track again. Double and land left. Go up this. See, that was a little bit confusing. I'm still kind of confused on where we're going because there's not really any ruts or track path, but I'm just, at this point, following the markers. So we go through here. Down into this corner, lay it over, and on the gas again. Around town up here. And then switch back through here. Jump across. And up the hill we go, I think. I don't know, it feels like I'm going backwards up this hill right now. So it doesn't feel correct, but there are banners. Okay, yeah. It does look like I'm going backwards up that hill, though, to be fair. Maybe that's the point. All right, fifth gear coming down this hill. A lot of chop into this corner. To the outside. So far, I like that none of the chop is too overbearing, that like it kicks you badly or anything like that. I feel like you go through each section kind of at the speed that was intended, as long as you're just kind of taking your time. All right, and back on the moto track again. Inside rut right there, and ooh, jumping over that. That was a little too nice and tidy for me. All right, And back off the moto track. I think we're about to get right back on. We're just doing a little detour. Nope, we're actually going to cross it this time. Jump over it. There's a split. Oh, okay. I guess I'll go logs. I don't know. Oh, inside split is logs down into a tricky off camber. Outside would just be staying kind of on these types of paths. So at least I did that. Give a little bit of a different perspective. And then weave and weave and weave back and forth through the trees. Kind of the key, I would say, to tracks like these for those beginner players out there maybe watching is it's way better to just go slow and take your time on corner entry, meter the throttle. Don't be so explosive with coming out of a corner and thinking, oh, straight away, like, gotta pin it. Just look ahead as much as you can, take your time. And as you like lean in, just kind of get to a comfortable spot where the bike feels pretty leaned over, but you're not like really turning hard. Like, you don't need to lay into these ruts that desperately. You just need to get into them seated and then just go the speed at which that lean angle is comfortable with. You're gonna end up going way faster and have way more flow if you choose that approach than if you're just trying to cook from section to section, because then you'll just get into a situation where you go over berms and then once you get back on the track, you've lost some time. So yeah, I'm not claiming to be an expert at Enduro in this game, but I did win a Triple Crown Enduro Championship once in 2014, so I did kind of do an okay job. Beat Jesse Mullins and Hunter Root for that. Either way, point being is that slower is faster on tracks like this. If you're going too fast, you're going to find yourself crashing more often than not, and you don't want to do that. All right, that looks like we have made it onto lap 2. We have. I don't know if there's like a finish line jump that I hit or something like that. So I'm going to keep going and maybe do another full lap, I guess. I kind of just hoped that we'd hit a finish, but I guess the first lap we didn't hit a finish, so that's that. Maybe I'll do like about a half a lap and see if there's any other options that I really wanted to take or anything else that I really wanted to try. But either way, very nicely done on this Enduro track here by Jack Gatlin, a very talented gamer that rides for the TM Factory Racing program in MX Simulator. You might see him sometimes as, I don't know what his national number in Sim is right now. It might be 29, and then I think he's like 11 in EU or something like that. Very good, former teammate of mine actually. And clearly he built some fun little tracks here too. So definitely check this one out, give it a like. Let him know in the comments what you like or do not like, and hopefully we see more of it. What's interesting about this track name in the game as well is that it's not just Gunnison Enduro or 2022 Gunnison Enduro. It's named like 2024 Round 9 EX Series something Gunnison. So I don't know what other Enduro rounds he's had before this, but it's making me keen to go back and try some more of them if he so has them. A lot of really good Enduro tracks in this game. The last time I think I played or even showed off an Enduro track was the Gotland Grand National that my teammate Ethan Parks picked up the win at. So yeah, Enduros are fun. Maybe not everyone's cup of tea, not all the whips and all the funsies and stuff like that, but regardless of which, they're always a good time because they're technical, challenging, and provide a little bit of entertainment. So not going to do a full lap. I don't feel like I need to. You guys got the gist of the track, and I kind of made it the full first lap, I think, without even crashing once. So that was my first crash right there, 13 some odd minutes in. But appreciate you guys stopping by and watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you want to see more Enduros or if you want to see some different types of tracks, let me know in the comment section below what you want to see. Hit up a link of a track in Sim or bikes, and I'd be glad to check it out. And thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you in the next one. So long for now.